Hey, okay. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Let's see. I noticed that when I do my videos, I do this a lot. I'm not sure what that's about. Probably from uh, back in the Great White North, doing this because I was always sniffling from the cold. Anyway, this is just a test. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, it's working. Okay, getting my water together here. Oh, so what a week it's been. Uh, the shit's going down, as they say. Oh, speaking of, look at my boots. I better show you my boots now in case I mess up the video later, which happened last time. I'm sorry, my hair's a bit messy. That's alright. I'm like the crazy witch in the forest. Anyway, oh, that's good. Look at the water. It's clear right away. Sometimes it takes a few fills of this to get the silt and stuff out. Lovely. And it's not really flowing super fast. It's totally fine, of course. Well, there's still bits and pieces in there. Maybe what I'll do... Right, so what's been going on? Abrupt climate change is what? Right? Yeah. Oh, no, it's quite slow. Oh, there we go. Woohoo! Oh, listen to that. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, so what I don't need to say anything. There's like a hurricane just about to wallop Florida and hit a whole bunch of islands, and my friend Margot's in Puerto Rico. And it sounds like where she was, they didn't get hit by the brunt of it, which is really good. That's really good news. Anyway, but you know, in general, there's definitely... Oh my god. That's weird. It's gurgling. Huh, okay. That's weird. Yeah, so anyway. So incredible hurricanes. The size of the thing. They compared it with Hurricane Andrew from the 90s, I guess. And it was quite a size. Quite large. Anyway, that's the beginning, right? I know it's not very nice, but I keep saying, oh, it's just the beginning. This is exactly what Jim Hansen was talking about. Wow. My spring is behaving strangely. This is what Jim Hansen was talking about, storms beyond our belief, you know? So, to me, there's still a lot of junk in that, eh? What if I do this? Yeah, you know, he talked about storms that could flatten cities. Storms that picked boulders, you know, hundreds or thousands of tons of weight, picked them off the ocean floor and threw them up on land. So I reckon this is kind of the beginning. And of course, there's lots of wildfires going on, and as we all know, my friends out in Alberta and everywhere, getting lots of smoke and stuff, right? Maybe one more will do it. Oh yeah. Whew. So it's quite a time. So yeah, anyway, welcome to A Holzer's Guide to Abrupt Climate Change. Hurricanes that can cause earthquakes, which Jennifer Hines shared an article from Arctic Blogspot linking the earthquakes in the west of Mexico to the hurricanes to the east of the country. Very viable theory, I would say. Quite likely. Anyway, so yes. What do you think of all that, eh? So anyway, yeah, so Hoser's... This is weird. It's behaving oddly. Hoser's Guide to Abrupt Climate Change. Hurricanes that cause earthquakes. Instrument making. Guitar making. And walking in the woods, getting water. You can choose your own order of importance. Of course, for me, at this moment, the water is the most important. I guess in places like Houston, the water is the most important too. In the opposite way. Well, actually, yeah. Water here, good. Our rainy season, we're in the rainy season, and this really is what could be called the peak. Oh, the spring's really rude today. It's just gurgling and burping and farting and, oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, lots of friends have been, screw it. Lots of friends have been conversing with my friend JC, my sister Robin. As usual, Kevin Hester and Robin Weston-Raw have been posting lots of great information, on Facebook and whatnot. I recommend... Oh, Jesus. There's lots of leaf bits. I guess because we've had a heavy rain. I just don't want to... I mean, the leaf bits probably won't kill me or anything. Just try to keep it as clear as possible, If I'm going to carry it 4 kilometers, I want it leaf-free. You know what? I'm feeling a little bit too ragged. I'm going to put my hat back on. I have my hat. Okay. Let's see now. Let's get all fashionable. How's that? Oh, geez, sorry. Yeah, okay, we're back. Yeah, okay. Now I'm a real hoser. Anyway, yeah, so very interesting times. Oh, Jesus, Murphy. Let's stop. Oh, Christ almighty. I'm having trouble today. I know what I'll do. I'll just do this. Okay, how's that? Good? Yeah, anyway, so that's what's going on. Lots of stuff going on. I'm mostly just thinking about guitars. I'm reading a lot. Actually, it's keeping me up at night, this Irma thing. I woke up, I've been waking up at like 2 in the morning and hopping onto Facebook to see what the hell's going on. It's not the best habit, but that's where I am at. Anyway, it's okay because I can sleep later. Yeah, so where are we? Right, guitars. So I posted... Jesus Christ almighty. What's going on with you today? That's okay. That's okay. The spring can have its days too, right? This hat is too hoser-like. Okay, so it's all about fashion today. So I'm all sweaty hair now. It makes it better. So, I mean, I do have nice clothes too, but these are my going off in the woods bush bunny clothes, right? Anyway, so, oh God, what a ridiculous video this is. Right, so guitars, so I talked about it on my last video, if you saw that one, but I'm trying to get stuff together to start building guitars, and flamenco guitars in particular. So I did a post, and I'll probably do a newsletter with it and post it on my website and everything about, trying to figure out how I can get the materials to start guitar building. So I've been making clamps and measuring devices and all kinds of things. And that's been great fun. And tomorrow, my friend Gung and I are going to go, they have a pickup truck, so we're going to go into Doisaket and pick up a bunch of plywood and MDF that I got the lumber yard to cut up for me. And we'll transport that up here. So it's in pieces, so it's manageable to carry and stuff. But with that, I'm going to make molds and all the kind of, a lot of the things that I'll need for making guitars and stuff, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so I did this thing where if someone would like, I'm trying to figure out a way to get, because there's some stuff I need to buy, right? Some tools and definitely certain woods. I know eventually I'm going to use Thai woods for the backs and sides. I'm going to try my dang, and I might experiment. I have a bit of that I can experiment with now. So, but over time I'll figure that out. But for now I'm going to use tried and true flamenco woods, you know, like spruce tops and all that. And that means ordering them from I'm ordering them from a place in the States, you know, good shop. Anyway, so what I need to do is get money to do that. Not as easy as it sounds, I'll tell you. So what I proposed was if anyone would like a guitar, cheap, but not as cheap sounds. If anyone would like a custom-made, luthier-made flamenco guitar, what they could do is just buy the materials for my first guitar, these extra tools, plus the woods for their own guitar, you know? And I would make it for them. It's a long shot because you know, I've never made guitars before. But I know they're going to be good. I've got it all in my head. I know exactly almost all the whole process of measuring and building. I almost have the whole process in my head. It's what I need in order to do it, right? So, and I have practical books and stuff coming and all that stuff and plans and things. Yeah, anyway, like when I did my first shamisen, which is for sale, super cheap actually, if anyone wants it. It was also really good. Like it's a great instrument actually. So I know I can make them and they'll be good. I mean, the instruments later become better, of course. Anyway, so this one probably depends where you are and some logistical aspects like shipping and duty and all that. But it could be in the, say, $1,300 to $1,500 US range. If the US dollar collapses because of all these hurricanes, I might shift my dominant currency to Thai baht or Canadian dollars. Sorry to. I just abandoned the US. Screw it, you know. It's really whatever is to my financial advantage, I'm afraid to say. Anyway, but one has to make a living, you know. Not that I make a lot of money or anything, but anyway. Yeah, so if you want a guitar, it'll be in that range, right? Probably once I get these made, I'll start making them and selling them, and they'll be more expensive, somewhat more. So I'll try to make this into a deal. You know, oh, what a great opportunity. And the best part of the opportunity is that you get to help me out. Just what everyone in the world wants to do. I'm just such a beggar. You know, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just funny to me, right? But you know, all my long rides and stuff were really supported by, you know, so what do you call it? Crowdfunding, Indiegogo and stuff, and my Goze project, which I have to do final stuff on for people, which I'm way late, but that was also crowdfunded to a good degree. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how I'm doing it. Yeah. Anyway, this is probably too personal. Oh, this is so good. Oh man, this is so amazing. But anyway, I got my. I don't know if this is too much. Anyway, I got like early CPP, which is Canada Pension Plan, and I'm going to get a small amount of money. And it'll be enough for me to just live simply here, which is all I need. And then everything else can just be focused on doing the instrument making and stuff. So that's great, you know. I'm really relieved about that. You know, every now and then, I think, because all you need is like a whole pile of hurricanes and earthquakes and crap to everything just sort of fall apart. And of course, a part of me really hopes that industrial civilization just collapses on us, right, soon. That'd be the best thing, right? Although that has issues too, right? Which I don't avoid it in my head, but I just don't bother talking about it. And that being the fact of industrial activities, pollution, burning coal, all that stuff creates what they call global dimming. Get rid of that, and all of a sudden the temperature pops out. But anyway, whatever. It's certainly the honorable way to go is to ditch the industrialization. However, I'm fully aware that if that happens, probably my CPP, monthly CPP check might not come. So anyway, that's okay. I'm slowly learning edible plants here and stuff, so I might have to pick up on that more. I would pick up more. It really comes about language and stuff. Oh, but this ties into another thought. Anyway, so guitars, that's enough for the guitars, but please, if you're interested, have some money and want to help and want a guitar, it'll be beautiful. I got some beautiful woods lined up. I'm a little worried that some of the woods that I want will run out, but anyway, yeah. So here's the thing that I've been thinking. It takes time. Like when you go somewhere to live, like say you say, oh, I'm going to live in blah, blah, blah place, and that'll be a better place to be if things are not, stable, if things collapse, whatever. But some friends were saying, oh, we go to this place and people aren't so friendly. They just, but part of it's like, yeah, that's because you don't live there, right? It takes time. That's my thinking and my experience here. And of course, I'm a foreigner here, right? I speak some Thai and it gets better slowly, but I don't speak well, right? I can't really have good conversations, but it's getting better and I have fun and all that. So that's all good. But it does take time. I've been here almost 3 years. Well, if you're in a place where people come to visit, like tourists or whatever, even if it's locally, like Thai here or say north of Toronto and in Muskoka and stuff, people that live there aren't going to get engaged until they know you're sticking around. And actually Banff was like that too. It's a really interesting dynamic with people that live there being a little hesitant at times to become close friends with people that are just going to take off. Because, becoming friends is an investment, right? You need to work at it. And the people have to invest time, and not just time, but it's an emotional connection that just gets suddenly torn apart. I mean, that's just life anyway, I know, but yeah. But I wanted to say that, like, that's why I think, do what you need to do, right? I don't know. Those days are numbered where you can just flit around in a plane and all that. And it should be numbered. I mean, it's so damaging, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I was on the plane earlier this year, a short trip, but I'm not doing a holier than thou thing here, but I don't know. You can't tell someone what to do, right? It's just you can't. But I keep thinking, find a place where you think you can be happy and live a simpler life. Where can you be? Oh, okay. First of all, yeah, totally. Actually, I'm coming close to the end of water time. Maybe I'll continue this on a walk, but I have to remember. Okay, water is the issue. That's when I link back on. Okay, talk to you in a minute. Okay, let's test this again. Test, test, test. Flip it around. Test, 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 test. Right, where was I? We're back. Okay, water. Talking about water. Of course, this is the theme to these videos and walks. I mean, they call them water walks. But yeah, my thinking is find a place to be outside of a city, a big city at least. If you can figure out where you're going to get water to drink, that's good, right? A big polluted river, isn't really water, I would say. What can you do with that? Except for spend a lot of energy to purify it. And the whole point is to not have so much energy going on. Trail's quite slippery. Oh, it's so dark. Trail's quite slippery. All the roots are wet. Roots are usually slippery anyway, but in the wet, ooh, big time. Now, quite a bit of the trail is quite clear of leaves. And of course that's because we've been having heavy rains and it's been washing the trail clear of leaves. Not so much here, lower down where it's just steeper, you know? It's like little rivers get formed on the trail. Yeah. And oh, Paul Beckwith has put out some excellent videos. You know, the usual suspects, right? Kevin Hester, Robin Westerville, Paul Beckwith. Yeah, they're all great places to go if you want to get some thoughtful discourse and factual happenings. But Paul Beckwith has been putting up some great videos about these storms, the connection to climate disruption, and especially the whole idea, not just especially, but to a degree. Ooh, it's a nice flower. Do you know where it is? Okay. You know, the fragmented jet streams then can often create a situation where a weather center gets locked, right? Whether it's rain or the opposite can cause, because you know, of course, storms come and then go through generally, which is a good thing. It's safe. But yeah, anyway. Let me flip. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a certain aspect of this happening that's kind of interesting for me. I don't know how to put it. It's hard. Ooh, little landslide. Oh, that's one thing about this year here. I keep thinking the rains haven't been as heavy because we haven't had as many landslides. So last year we had 7. Now I know that sounds very dramatic. Oh, landslides. But they're little ones by the road, right? I mean, they block the road and stuff, but there's not like whole sides of mountains coming down. This area is, as you can see, is really heavily forested. And that really holds the soil in. I'm sure if this was as denuded as it used to be, we'd be having serious landslide issues, right? Anyway, yeah, so no landslides this year so far as I know. Shoot, I forget what I was talking about, because I flipped it for a reason. Paul Beckwith, rain, jet streams, oh, I don't know. Now I'm just babbling, meandering. Let's have a look. This is where I'm going. Don't want to have the phone drop, that would be bad. Can you see? There's the trail. Have to be a little careful, the rocks are mossy and slippery. Yes. Okay, I can get the rear view. Can watch the landscape go by. That's fun too, you know. I guess I was just talking about Paul Beckwith is a good place to go. I guess I'll put this on Facebook and tag, and you can check out his Facebook page and YouTube page for the videos. Very, very interesting and informative. And, oh, I remember. I was talking about, like, with this happening, I know this is like these big storms and all that stuff's going to come, and then it'll subside and then it'll come again, right? I don't see it as being just now non-stop storms for the rest of eternity, of course, but nonetheless, this does feel like a, I want to say beginning. It's not a beginning. We've been aware of this stuff going on for a while now, right? But it is kind of a beginning for a lot of people. They're going, I imagine that all of this stuff going on is making people's ears prick up. Finally. But maybe not. I mean, maybe I'll do nothing of the sort, you know? That might be just the general way people like to go, you know? But there's I don't know how to put it. There's almost a relief. Okay, I'm gonna just spit it out. It feels almost like a relief that this is happening now. These hurricane after hurricane. 3 hurricanes happening at once in the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, Atlantic. And when you see those images, it's just gobsmacking, you know? Yeah. So, you know, it's like a relief. It's like, okay, here it is. You know, like when you're waiting for something that you're not looking forward to, and then it comes, it can be kind of a kind of relief, I guess. Yeah, so, okay, I keep, every video I do, that big cistern that's coming up, the concrete cistern, I keep saying, oh, it's gushing water, and then I do a video of it and you can't see anything. Today it was really gushing, so I'm gonna try again. Yeah, so, anyway, so kind of relief. I don't want to say glee, that's the wrong word, but there's something in it that's, I don't know. Just don't know how to put it into words. Maybe there's some people out there that people more of a psychological bent can put this into words, but the only thing I can think of is the Groucho Marx line. It's totally unrelated, but maybe has a similar spirit at some level. It was a great line. It's really dark. It's just so... But the line is, your friends are never completely unhappy with your failures. Oh boy, you know. Anyway, don't have to go into it. Whatever. Anyway, everyone knows what's going on. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Oh, look at this. See that trail? That's a fairly new cut down. Wonder how far up that goes. Let's have a look. I don't want to do a lot of exploring because I've got, you know, probably 18, 19 kilos of water and pack on my back. But I do think they were working. Oh, there, you can see that water just gushing out, right? So all the sources are building. Oh, there's a little hut up there. Okay, so someone was gathering stuff up here and probably just trimmed the verge so they can get through easily. Anyway, we'll explore that another time. Yeah. Right. There is a sort of a poetic justice thing going on, though. And, you know, it's the whole thing with the states as a government, not the people. Lots of Americans, you know, completely opposite in their opinions. But the whole thing of climate denial, you know, money over everything, oil and gas, blah, 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 everything, you know. There you go. Holy, eh? Check it out. See, that's what I'm talking about. The other ones were overflowing like that, but not so much. This is quite dramatic. So, at this moment, in this place, we are not having issues of drought, nor are we having issues of overwatering, like floods and stuff. Not here. I mean, we don't get floods up here. It's too high. But you know what I mean? It's just been feeling kind of normal and fine. Yeah. Anyway, we're coming to my favorite little bit where it opens up, you know. Let's darken it up so you can see the background. Yeah. Let's lighten it up. Oh, jeez. I wonder if it's better just to put it on automatic. Let's see what happens. Okay, because usually I put my finger on the phone and it does a focus and exposure lock. Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's look. Oh, look at the sky. Are you going to change? You're going to change? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that works really well. More or less. It's a Sunday, so there's some traffic up here. Yeah, so you can see the trail, eh? It's just like gravel. A few leaves here and there, but it's mostly scrubbed clean. I guess I don't have too much more to say. Silly videos. The sounds down here, like where I live, the sounds are all water. So the stream is loud because it's fairly high. That is the constant. And of course on these water walks, it's also kind of a constant because I'm walking beside the stream to get to the spring, obviously. But you know, it's really nice to head off into the ridges where the sound changes, right? You start to hear more of the birds and insects. And you can still hear them. I still hear them at home too. And God knows the cicadas are just like insanely loud. Every now and then one will decide to perch just outside where I sit and do my work and eat and stuff on the big deck. And it's so loud. Like if you check it on the decibel meter, it goes into the red zone. So what I'll do is I'll grab my broom and swing it. I don't just swing it a little bit so they fly off. I don't kill them or anything. Yeah, so I said, get the hell out of here. You're driving me crazy. Anyway. So, how about, want to look down there? Whoa. I'm going to make everyone dizzy. Woohoo! Wow, oh my God, I'm dizzy. I can't go in circles. I just will fall down from dizziness. Anyway. Right, so hope everyone's doing great. Stay safe out there if you're in the lines of any of these happenings. I don't know what else to say. What else? Just, you know, life's good. Life is good. Nature's good. Wild is good. Wilderness. Who was it that... There was a CBC thing on deep ecology. All these great shows. I listen to them, you know. For kind of relief, to calm me down, to hear opinions that... Anyway, wilderness. Oh, shoot, who was it? I think it's, oh, he slipped my mind, but he was from out west in Canada, and the eco-philosophy journal, The Trumpeter, deep ecology. Anyway, Jack, oh, it's on the tip of my brain. Anyway, he does say, oh, wilderness could be interpreted as the will of the wild, you know. And of course, the whole ideas of wilderness are really, it's such a modern Neolithic industrial concept. Oh, we're going to the wilderness. I mean, I don't need to go on about this. People do all the time. Anyway, it's so obvious, I guess. But for people that live in the wilderness, quote unquote, it's just home, right? I think it's a really important distinction that the wilderness is nothing special. It's just the way it's supposed to be. Okay, it's special. It's magic. Anyway, it's complicated. Whatever. Let's not go into it. It's a pointless thing. Yeah, and also my friends Kyla down in southern Saskatchewan, they're just experiencing real lack of rain. And she was saying on a post she did that the grass is good. They've got grass, which is, you know, because they're ranchers, right? That's vital. But the issue is, of course, fires. And it's hard to, if you're not, like, I guess I've never really witnessed a prairie fire, but I certainly, living out there, I know all about them and people's concerns. Like when I was on my long ride, people would let me camp all the time. People were really kind, but they would just look at me and go, no open fires. No open fires, right? Because, of course, in that part of the world, the winds are so high, it just takes nothing to start a grass fire. And, you know, a grass fire just travels so quickly and so fast. And anyway, so I'm sure they're really concerned over there about that, and I'm concerned for them. They're really good people, you know. All those ranchers are good people. Some of my favorite people in the world. Just like here. Beautiful people here too. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's about it. Whatever. I always want to do something that's profound, but it just ends up being the same old shit. Anyway, so shit's going down, speaking of shit, about climate change. But life is still good, right? Hopefully life is still good for you. And breathe the good air. Okay, cheers and all the best to everyone.